Hello friends, this is Megan, your GFDFBFF. Today I'm going to show you a great breakfast recipe for fall. I don't know about you, but when I felt the cool air this weekend, I just had this overwhelming urge to bake something with apples in it. So we're going to do that today, and we're going to keep it gluten-free, dairy-free, and this is a healthy breakfast. It's an apple baked oatmeal recipe, and I'm going to show you how to make it. It comes together really quickly and easily, and it's something that you can have in your refrigerator and warm up and eat every morning. So let's get started. We're going to start with cutting our apples. These are washed and I'm leaving the skin on. And we're just going to slice these up. Do you know what the most important tool in your kitchen is? It's your chef's knife. If you don't have a good big chef's knife, do yourself a favor. They actually have some really good affordable ones on Amazon, but it will change the game for you when it comes to cooking. Mine's actually kind of dull right now and I need to get it sharpened, but a good knife will last forever. So I'm just going to cut up these apples. We're leaving the skin on for that extra fiber. You can really cut these up any way that you want, any shape. They can be diced, they can be squares. I'm just slicing them, and then I'm going to just cut through, slice those slices in half. Doesn't need to be perfect. I'm going to set those aside. And then we're going to get started on our wet ingredients. So for our wet ingredients, we're going to do 2 cups. I used almond milk, 2 cups of almond milk, and 2 eggs at room temperature. Got those. We're going to stir those in. And then normally we would stir in some vanilla extract, but I'm going to be using vanilla protein powder. And I want to get that good and stirred in, so I'm going to do that in just a second. We also have 1/3 cup of maple syrup. You could use monk fruit if you wanted to keep this sugar-free. I really do like the taste that maple adds to the apples, and it's a natural sugar. And we're only going to eat, a portion of that at a time, so it doesn't end up being too much sugar. And we also have the protein and the fiber to balance out the sugar content, which will keep our blood sugar from spiking. So next I'm going to put in 1/2 cup of my Garden of Life raw organic protein vanilla chai flavor. This is my favorite flavor I've been using for all my fall baking. It has that nice spice that you want in your fall repertoire. Stir that in. Really want to get all the clumps out of the protein powder, and that's why I'm stirring it in first before I do any of the other dry ingredients. We don't want those little protein clumps in there. Next, for some extra fiber, we're going to add in some chia seeds. I'm going to do 3 tablespoons of chia seeds. I love chia seeds. They're one of my favorite health foods. They are just packed with fiber. They're so good for you. Fiber is good for so many reasons, especially for women. It's really good for our hormones. The fiber in our gut binds to any extra estrogen and carries it out of the body. When we eat things that help our elimination, that helps so many other processes of the body. To get more fiber, we're putting in 3 tablespoons of flax seeds. Love flax seeds. Flax seeds, like chia seeds, are really great for hormones, really great for hormone balance. Fiber like this is really great for our gut, feeds the good bacteria, helps everything run smoothly. You know how it is. Okay, so we've got our chia seeds, we've got our flax seeds. We're going to add in our oats. Going to add in 2 cups of old-fashioned oats. I buy my oats at Costco. They're organic and they're sprouted, which is really nice. So I'm going to stir those in, and then I'm going to add in my spices. I've got a teaspoon of cinnamon. Doesn't have to be exact. And then I'm going to do a teaspoon of, this is actually pumpkin spice. You could use apple pie spice, but I find them to be pretty similar. So a teaspoon of pumpkin spice, a teaspoon of cinnamon. I'm going to mix that in, and then I'm going to add in a teaspoon of baking powder. and half a teaspoon of fine sea salt. We're always adding salt. It brings out the flavor. We talked about that last week. It brings out the sweetness. And then we are going to add in our apples. Ooh, this smells so good. It's gonna have those tart baked apples in it. I think also we're gonna add some pecans because that sounds delicious, doesn't it? What else? I think we have everything. Let me grab some pecans because that was just an on-the-fly addition. This is a really versatile recipe. You can really put anything in here you want, but I'm just gonna do a handful of pecans. And every time I use pecans, I just break them up. I don't ever chop them. It's just easy this way. My mom told me that my grandmother used to always do this. She never chopped her pecans. If you just like hold the pecan half and you kind of twist, it just breaks into a bunch of pieces very easily. So this is full of fiber. It's full of protein. It's got your apples in it. It's full of healthy fats from these pecans, and the flax seeds and the chia seeds also have some healthy fats. So this breakfast is kind of giving you everything you want. Okay, stir that all together. And let's get a 8x8 pan. You could spray it with some oil spray, but I think I'm just going to use some parchment paper. Makes it so easy to remove from the pan. Okay, we've got our mixture and it just goes right in here like this. This is going to make the house smell amazing. Okay, we've got the oven set to 375. Looking good. All right, this is how it looks. This is going to cook at 375 for 45 minutes, and then we'll show you the finished product. Let's get this out of the oven. Ooh, it looks so good. Here you have it. Smells so good. Okay, this is the fun part. This is done. I put a little bit of this so delicious coconut whipped cream. This stuff is so good. This is more like desserty, so you don't have to have this for breakfast, but it does make it amazingly delicious. Let's take a bite. It's really good, y'all. Sweet, chewy, cinnamony, and spicy. Doesn't taste healthy. Tastes amazing. I love recipes like this because it's like something insanely healthy can taste this good. I promise your whole family will love this. You could serve this to company. This is fabulous. This would taste so good with a cup of coffee. So I think I'm going to go get a cup of coffee and enjoy this. But I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I hope that you'll make it at home. Please let me know how it turns out, and I will talk to you next week. Bye, friends.